Rolex is unquestionably one of the most recognizable trademarks in the world. Each Rolex has its own place and distinction in the company's large collection because it has different functions, features, and looks. It is a very popular brand in the watch industry that boasts luxury, sophistication, and rarity, and owning one means you also embody those characteristics. Welcome to Lux Live, where when it comes to luxury and lifestyle, we've got you covered. Today, we're going to list the top 5 Rolex watches in 2022, what makes them special, and how did they get priced that high. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to click that notification bell to receive updates and be the first to check out our latest videos. And now, let's begin. And number 5, the Rolex Submariner. As a symbol of adventure and triumph, the Rolex Submariner is essential for divers. When it came out in 1953 during the Basel Watch Fair, the Submariner was the first watch that could be worn up to 330 feet underwater. The oyster casing of newer versions has been somewhat reworked, allowing them to withstand a depth of 1,000 feet. Back then, it was Rolex and Blancpain that were competing on who would be the first to market dive watches with rotating bezels. While the Oyster Perpetual was already known for its water resistance, Rolex added an external diving bezel in 1953, retained the automated winding in place, and incorporated a durable adjustable band into the watch, creating the most iconic and essential dive watch in history. But the Rolex Submariner did not become as popular as it is now until the 1980s. This is mostly because preppy people started wearing them as a sign of an active lifestyle that most likely involved cocktails at the yacht club. The hour markers on the watch are clearly visible at night because of their strong luminescence. As one of Rolex's most iconic and coveted timepieces, the Submariner features a timeless design owing to its graduated rotatable Cerchrome bezel and oyster bracelet. Number 4. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. If you're a fan of racing and race car drivers, you should get your hands on a Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. The watch, named after Daytona Beach, Florida, has been in production since 1963. The Cosmograph Daytona was originally made for race car drivers, but now anyone can buy it and wear it. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona is not only a class act in terms of its design, but it also includes Rolex's most precise and dependable tachymeters, due to the fact that racers are able to measure their speeds up to 400 kilometers per hour, using this in conjunction with a chronograph scale. The first target audience for the sports watch was racing car drivers. The watch is equipped with a self-winding mechanical chronograph movement that was designed by Rolex and is of the 4130 caliber. The design is more compact than conventional chronographs, which contributes to the increased dependability of the movement in the Daytona. This technology not only saves space, but it also lets the watch have a bigger mainspring and a power reserve that can last for up to 72 hours. The Rolex Daytona is among the brand's most popular watches and the best-selling timepiece for men. Included in its most iconic pieces is the Paul Newman Rolex, which is a limited edition Daytona piece. This is the most expensive Rolex watch ever sold in the world, which was bought for approximately $17.8 million during an auction at Christie's. Number 3. The Rolex YachtMaster. This watch was added to the Rolex watch roster in 1992 and became an instant favorite because of its design and the features it was loaded with. It was so popular and sold so well that in 2007, Rolex released a second model, which is called the Rolex YachtMaster 2. The two watch models are waterproof, have large hands and easy-to-read numbers, and have a 44mm case. Rolex's long history of involvement with sailing in open water served as a significant source of inspiration for the design of the YachtMaster 1 and 2. The Rolex YachtMaster Racing Chronograph features a program countdown that can be precisely synchronized, which makes it possible to time a race with pinpoint accuracy. The bezel and pushers of the clock take their design cues from the winches used in racing yachts, and the whole aesthetic is quite nautical. Since its introduction, the YachtMaster's progress has been marked by increasing sportiness and decreased glamour. It is a bit of a sleeper model in the Rolex catalog, but it is every bit as competent as a Submariner. And since we're talking about Rolex already, what is your favorite timepiece from the brand, and why do you prefer it over the others? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and feel free to subscribe to our channel and check out more of our videos. Number 2. The Rolex President. The Day-Date collection of Rolexes was first introduced in 1956. The same collection debuted the first chronometer that was both waterproof and self-winding. The design was both contemporary and truly defined an era, but the Rolex President was likely the most coveted watch in the whole collection. Eisenhower was the 34th President of the United States, and the watch bears his name. It is available in a number of different finishes, such as the more straightforward stainless steel for an elegant and modest style, and the shining gold for a sophisticated look that showcases Rolex's superiority. The date and the current day are both shown in a complete window on the dial of the Rolex President watch. Additionally, the dial boasts an instantaneous day display. The Rolex President features a new generation movement caliber known as the 3255. This caliber was developed in-house by Rolex specifically for optimal performance. The watch is protected by a total of 14 patents held by Rolex and delivers significant advancements to the brand in different areas. And finally, at number 1, the Rolex Datejust. This Rolex timepiece is a wristwatch that has endured the test of time and is a real classic. The Datejust wristwatch, which featured a date bubble above the date display, was introduced in 1945 and was one of the company's first innovations. It acts as a reminder of Rolex's longevity in the business. This watch was the first Rolex watch to include both a self-winding movement and an automatic date change. It also has a Cyclops lens feature, which enables easy viewing. Even though it serves no purpose now, the fluted bezel that was present on early Oyster models is still present on the most recognizable current Datejust. You see, at one point in time, that bezel served as the end of a tool that unscrewed the bezel ring in order to remove the crystal from the mid-case. Nowadays, that bezel is really a part of the middle case, and the fluted detailing is there mainly for aesthetic purposes. The Datejust is the perfect watch for someone who wants one watch to do everything. It is neither too casual nor too fancy and is a truly classic timepiece from the 1950s that is still the most popular watch in Rolex's catalog. It is strong and can handle water, shocks, and other rough treatment. The Rolex Datejust has been used as a model and source of ideas for many other watches because of how well it looks, works, and is put together. By now, you already know that Rolex watches are still very popular and will continue to be that way for a really long time. It is safe to say that Rolex has everything, whether you're interested in how complex timepieces work or just want a high-end watch to keep for a long time. After all, the brand has been the most well-known watchmaker in the world for the past 100 years. This timepiece brand has proven repeatedly that they are truly high-end and will continue to produce timepieces of premium quality that will retain their worth and in some cases increase in value and provenance through time. If you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. Also, feel free to leave us a comment. If you want to watch more videos, head on over to our channel to see more from Lux Live. See you!